We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support and test key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 9:40 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. The home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 9 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 70% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from red bars to bright green bars and back down to red bars in today's volatility. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, back under a bear indicator. We've had some chop here in the last several days. It was under a bull indicator since Friday after hours at 529. Came up to retest a key resistance up here and rejected right off of it at the 531.50 level. And it's back under a bear indicator here at 530.50. And in the after hours, it is sharply pushing downwards, right? You could see in the volatility of the 5-minute how sharply things are dropping. And it's been under a bear indicator since up here at 531. So definitely something to not ignore here. I will be watching this the rest of the after hours and going into tomorrow. Now, it's not only the SPY that has slowed down and slightly pulled back. You have the QQQ though, under a bull indicator here at 551.60. No bear indicator just yet. I will be watching that if it follows the SPY going into tomorrow. Then you also have here Tesla under a bear indicator. It was the home run of the day since the open at 178, and it dropped all the way down to 174 and fighting to get back above that resistance and support of 175. Now you also have Apple here pushing upwards with the QQQ under a bull indicator here at 189, and it went to highs here so far of 191.80, a critical area of resistance based off the history of the chart. You got to go back months, but it's a critical level here where things rejected back in January. So definitely something to not ignore here, up at these levels and looking just like the QQQ, right? Pushed up, sideways consolidation. Same thing there on Apple. I will be watching that going into tomorrow. And then you have Netflix here under a strong bull indicator since Friday at the 612 level. Tight consolidation, and it pushed and broke through resistance of 625, and it's hit highs up here so far of 644. So I will be watching these charts going into tomorrow. Now, here we are with the SPY under a bear indicator, but when we zoom out on the 1 hour, it got a bull indicator, guys. Canceling out that bear indicator here from the 529 level, popping up here at 529.50. A crucial support here throughout the day's volatility, and it's slightly pushing down towards it. And I will be watching it here going into tomorrow as it's fighting to stay above it here at 529.90. Now, when we go ahead and zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see the chop here, but dominated by a bear indicator in the second half at the 530.60 level. And this is something to not ignore if it continues to dominate going into tomorrow, and if those outflows follow, which we're going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP 500 index, trying to push up higher here as inflows were above the midpoint and switched from red to green. That's the push that we got from 529.50 up to 531.50, a crucial resistance that we were watching based off the history of the chart, where things rejected last week on Thursday, came up to it and double top, guys. This is something to not ignore. It's going to be crucial going into tomorrow and even the rest of this week. Now, we have outflows dominating in the second half of the day. They're sitting kind of flat, but sitting at negative 1.8. I will be watching that closely if it continues to pull away from it, because it could continue to test key support levels. Now, in the bigger picture of the 1 hour, outflows have not crossed. They've began, but it has not crossed, right? Inflows hit highs here of 1.75, and we're sitting here, even though it's red, at positive 1.1. If it continues lower, I will be watching that, how it retests the support levels at 529.50 and even below that, right? How much closer does it get, or does it cross it? Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, outflows have crossed, but inflows are trying to pick up here in this divergence as things are pulling downwards from 530 towards 529.80 so far. In this tight range, it is fighting to hold support, and inflows are trying to head towards the midpoint. It's going to be crucial for it to cross upwards to reflect any further strength to the upside. Now, if these outflows continue downwards, it could quickly start to test key support levels and reflect that weakness into the charts. And if it rolls over into the 30-minute and pulls down even further on these outflows, the first support level I'll be watching is 528.50. Then below that comes 527. And then I'll be watching the 525 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows on the 15-minute in the volatility to cross over, reflect that strength into these charts, roll the strength over into the 30-minute, bringing it up as well, holding the 1 hour above the midpoint and switching from red to green. And the first resistance is the 530.50 area, then 531.50, and then I'll be watching the 533 level. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, but the inflow versus outflows are going to be critical. I will be watching them closely here as they're below the midpoint on the 30-minute and the 15-minute, but on the 1 hour, it is still fighting and staying above. And they're trying to pick up here in the volatility of the 15-minute and getting closer to the midpoint. And it's going to be crucial for it to cross over to justify any move to the upside. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.